Welcome to this 10 About Town podcast, everyone. I'm Brittany Bailey, and it is certainly shaping up to be a very busy spring weekend. We're talking nature, outdoor events, music, and more. And first, here to talk about a big event coming up this Saturday, April 18th. That is Record Store Day. And one local record store is hosting a special event to benefit WDVX. And we want to talk more about that now with Benny Smith, who is not only the Director of Marketing and Community Engagement, but also a longtime radio lover. And many people love you.
Well, I appreciate that, Brittany. Well, I love the fact that you guys have given us the opportunity to talk today. So I appreciate you all and what you do for the community. And community is what it's all about. Record Store Day this Saturday, Lost and Found Records, just up the street here on Broadway. It's where the community comes together. Yeah. Knoxville community, the music community, not only to really find some really cool records that are released on that day, but where 6 bands will be coming together to, as I say, pull the Knoxville music community together, celebrate what we have here, and raise money for WDVX, who, of course, we love celebrating our local music scene every day, and with the Blue Plate and with On Air, and so it is a big party, and it's a lot of fun, and like I said, just a way to celebrate Knoxville and our local music community.
Well, really a lot to break down within all the things that you just mentioned there. Let's back up. And for people who are not familiar with WDVX, let's talk about the history.
Let's do it. You know, we've been on 28 years. It'll be 29 this coming November. Wow. Our main goal is to basically promote and uplift the community here in East Tennessee when it comes to music, our history, our heritage, especially that history of music here in the Knoxville area. And we just have so many great musicians in our area. It's such a pleasure to put them on stage, like with the Blue Plate Special. So obviously we do a lot on the air, but we do a lot of event production. We put a lot of shows out there for the public to come see, most of them free, which is a great thing. And again, that is just part of our mission in promoting and kind of showing the rest of the world and showcasing East Tennessee, what we have here culturally, what we have musically, you know, nature-wise as well. We love reminding people about that too. But that's what we've been doing at WDVX for almost 29 years now. Obviously, a lot of things changed last year with the support for public radio. We lost 20% of our grant funding, 20% of our total funding through grants actually for this year and next year. So that's why these fundraisers are even more important. And we've got great folks like Lost and Found Records who are like, what can we do to help? Well, that's what this Record Store Day is going to be. It's a fundraiser for WDVX. There's going to be some beverages. There's going to be some food that basically is free, but you donate what you want, and we get to keep the money, we meaning WDVX. There's rumor there's going to be a dunking booth. So
who will be in that?
If you write the right check, it could be me up there on that dunking booth. It's supposed to be a warm day, so it might make it a little easier, but the weather looks great. We've got a Smokin' Dave and the Primo Dopes reunion show for Lost and Found Day, but again, it goes back to community. Everything does. What we do at WDVX, what Lost and Found is doing, and what Record Store Day is all about. And when it involves our East Tennessee community, you know WDVX is going to be there.
And you've mentioned Lost and Found, been around for a long time as well, such a local favorite. I know you're not here to necessarily talk about them, but how important is that relationship, and how important has Lost and Found been in our community as well?
Mike and Maria, that whole staff, not only are they great supporters, they're wonderful people and wonderful friends. And that relationship that we have with them, obviously it stems from our love for music and our love for community again. I know I keep bringing up community, but they feel like we do, the folks at Lost and Found, that, you know what, let's do what we can to uplift the entire community. Let's have a free concert, and celebrate Record Store Day, which, if you're one of those vinyl junkies out there, and there are a lot of those now, even more than ever, it seems. There's a lot of exclusive record store only releases they'll be doing. So they'll open up at 9 a.m. to start the Record Store Day part. There will be people in line from like 5 or 6 a.m. ready for this sucker. And then at 1 o'clock is when we'll start the live music. But the impact they've had on this community, the records they've sold, the bands they've supported, the jobs they've given to some musicians to help keep them employed while their bands are forming, actually. I mean, just little things like that. And it's just wonderful to be a part of Record Store Day because it's a big party, but it's also, like I said, the cause of raising money. And they raise money for different nonprofits every year. We just happen to be the benefactor this year, and we're very proud of that. But obviously the timing is great, too, because our spring fundraiser is going on now. And again, losing that grant funding was really tough on us and a lot of other public radio stations across the country. So now we depend on our listeners more than ever.
Well, I want to talk about that spring fundraiser in just a moment, but just to finish up some of the details with Record Store Day, you mentioned several bands are going to be playing. Let's talk about a few of them.
It's amazing. We've got a great lineup from reggae to honky tonk to rock. One of the most exciting things is Smokin' Dave and the Primo Dopes, who is one of Knoxville's most legendary bands of all time. They are reforming and doing a reunion gig for us, and we're very excited. They're going to kind of headline it. There's a band called Cheap Souvenirs, who's pretty new, but they have members of the Dirty Governors and Handsome and the Humbles who are coming together to make that show work. We have Russell Walker, who does the honky tonk Thursday nights in town, and folks love dancing to that. And we've even got reggae music as well. So it's something for everybody, kind of like a record store. They've got a record for everybody in there. The live music lineup's going to be the same. It'll start at 1. It'll go all the way through 7 o'clock, and it is absolutely free. It's all ages, and it's right there on the stage on the porch at Lost and Found Records. Plenty of parking in the neighborhood around. It's a celebration, and it's more of a party than anything else.
Well, who doesn't love a good party?
With live music and free. So,
right.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Now let's talk about the spring fundraiser. It's just wrapping up. It's been going on for a while, and you kind of have a big finale event, too.
Correct. Absolutely. We come to the listeners twice a year to ask them for donations to help keep us on the air. In the fall and the spring, spring's a little tougher usually, and it's proven to be the same this year. Economy's not that great either, but those folks are still stepping up. You can call, and you can call 544-1029, and we'll answer the phone and do it old school, or you can go online and give at wdvx.com in the support tab. Again, after the doing away with the Corporation of Public Broadcasting last August, these fundraisers, they're our lifeline. They're what keep WDVX on the air. And so it's just so important that now through tomorrow night, Wednesday night, folks phone in, go online, whatever. If you want to put it in the mail to us, that's fine too. Old school check, that's fine. Any amount works. $5, $50, $500. It all goes to the same thing. And that's to keep WDVX alive and kicking. And then we'll celebrate the end of our spring fund drive on Wednesday night with a big show at Yeehaw Brewing in the Grove on the big stage back there. We've got Lazarus Lake, who is a fantastic local band, opening for Trey Hensley. Trey just set in with Little Feat Monday night here in town. He is opening for Tommy Emmanuel in August. He just released an amazing new record called Can't Outrun the Blues, and he is East Tennessee's own. He's from Telford, Tennessee, but he's played the Grand Ole Opry a number of times, and we're just really excited to have Trey helping us in this fundraiser with a big party at Yeehaw. It's free. It's all ages. The gates will open at 6. It's also a live radio show, so you can tune in and listen to the action. But we'd love to have you there because folks can, they'll be able to donate there too. We'll have QR codes at Yeehaw. We'll have big buckets to throw the money in as well. But again, it's about bringing the community together around live music, celebrating and saying, you know what? Some days can be tough, some days can be great, but we can all come together and celebrate live music and the Knoxville local music scene. And there's not much we like doing better than that. And so we'll be doing that twice this week.
Well, you all really have had to sort of roll with the punches lately. And let's talk about the revitalization, renovation at Visit Knoxville.
Sure.
Your building, you're not able to be in it right now. So what have you been doing in the meantime for the Blue Plate Special?
It's been tough, and it's not been easy on the Visit Knoxville folks, too. I mean, pardon the dust remodel we must, I think is the word. But, it's like today, which is our next to last day of the fundraiser, we lost power for 2 hours. That's tough. That's 2 hours of fundraising you can't do. But it's nobody's fault. You just have to kind of make sure that glass is still half full and not half empty, and approach it that way because the listeners appreciate that, and they appreciate that positivity. But it has, since last August, with everything that went on with the rescission package and taking over $220,000 from our budget, made things tougher on us, and not just us, a lot of other public radio stations across the country. So again, you've got to look inward, and you've got to kind of rally the troops and remind people of what you offer, what you do for East Tennessee and what we do. Nobody does what we do on the air with these events, promoting and especially bringing new and young talent and putting them on stage. That is one of our goals too. And so to secure that, to make sure that happens in the future, these fundraisers have become even more important. So can't stress it enough. Please feel free to donate at WDVX.com on the support page, because I'd love to keep coming back here and telling you guys about events that we're doing and really cool things that our listeners make possible through those donations.
Well, before we let you go, let's remind folks where they can kind of see these performances in the meantime and when you anticipate being back on the regular
Absolutely,
stage.
Brittany. Thank you. The fundraiser goes through tomorrow night, which is Wednesday night, so it'd be the 15th. So the fundraiser goes through the 15th, and on the 15th at Yeehaw Brewing, we've got our Summer Nights kickoff concert with Lazarus Lake and Trey Hensley. We'll also be unveiling our entire lineup of summer sessions and summer nights, 10 shows Wednesday night at Yeehaw Brewing as well, free, all ages. We'll catch our breath, and then we'll go to Lost and Found Records on Saturday and have Record Store Day. They open at 9. The Record Store Day music portion starts at 1 o'clock. And as I said, there is going to be a dunking booth there, so we'll see who we can get in there. Maybe we can get Leanne Bowman in there. Who knows?
Ooh,
But,
our producer back there.
There's a check on the way, no doubt. But again, a lot of fun. 6 bands playing. Smokey Dave and the Primo Dopes reunion show on Record Store Day. And again, it's about community. We're going to be celebrating community, celebrating our local music scene, having a good time doing it, hopefully raising some money for WDVX too.
We'll certainly hope so. It sounds like a lot of fun things on the way. Thank you so much for coming in and talking all about it. We appreciate it.
Always a joy coming here. You guys have done so much for the community for so many years, and we just appreciate the support and what you do in helping us get the word out about what we do.
Well, thank you again.
All right.
Have so much fun.
Thank you.
Well, so many more fun things happening this weekend as well, including if you love the outdoors and you want to explore some gardens you might not usually get to see. Well, 3 are opening up this weekend in Knoxville. Dogwood Arts is highlighting the beauty of Knoxville with the trails and also this weekend, the featured gardens. 3 local gardens will be open to the public Saturday and Sunday from 10 until 5. And among the featured gardens is the Gaytop Garden in East Knoxville. Gaytop stands for God's Answer to Our Prayers. It's located in East Knoxville on Delrose Drive. Dr. Alan Solomon spent 5 decades creating this stunning garden, which is listed in the Smithsonian Institute's Archives of American Gardens. Also opening up is the Savage Garden in North Knoxville. It's on Garden Drive and is inspired by Japanese garden designs popular in the late 20th century. You do not need a reservation to visit these gardens. However, the Ross Glen Garden in West Knoxville does require a $5 shuttle ticket per visitor, and they must be purchased online to visit the garden. You can find details on the Dogwood Arts website. The Knoxville Opera has big plans for downtown Knoxville this weekend with the Rossini Festival making its return. And here to talk more about this is Katie Spencer. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about the long history of Rossini. How many years are we at now?
So we're at 23 this year. It kind of depends on how you count it. We had to stop there for a minute because of the pandemic,
right.
But we're at 23 of active years, yes.
And let's go back and talk about the history. How did this all come about? Why did it come about? How did it all get started?
Yeah, so back when it started, our general director at the time, Frank Graffeo, had taken a trip in Europe, and he'd visited a town in Italy, and they had this thing called the Rossini Festival. It was actually the hometown of Giacomo Rossini, who is an Italian composer of opera. We love him. We actually just did a piece by him. We did the Barber of Seville, and it was great. If you'd missed it, we're so sorry. It was so funny. But he's great, and he saw, and it was a great festival, and the streets were filled with people and food and music, and it was so fun. And at the time, downtown Knoxville was not what it is today. Yeah. It was not as busy and bustling with business. And he thought, I think we can do this here in Knoxville. We can bring this to the city, and we can really bring business downtown. So he came back home, and he went to the city, and he said, I want to bring this festival to downtown. And the city was all in. They said, this would be a great way to revitalize the downtown area. And so in partnership with the city and some other local businesses and nonprofits, we founded the Rossini Festival, and immediately it was a hit. Mm-hmm. The first year, we were kind of overwhelmed. At the time, it wasn't as big of masses as it is now, but I think the first year there was around 6,000 people, and they were not anticipating that big a crowd. They ran out of food very quickly. And so it grew very quickly over the years and to what it is now, which is why it had to expand to become the international festival, because we just didn't have enough vendors to just do Italian. So we were like, well, let's celebrate all the cultures that are here in East Tennessee. And so that's how it originated. And we've had so much fun just growing and expanding it. So
And so what can people expect this year?
Well, this year, I'm very excited. So, as we've grown into this international theme, I thought, well, a lot of people don't understand that we've done that. So, how can we lean into that a little bit more? So, I've almost gone into an Epcot feel.
Oh, I love
Not into, I mean, yeah, kind of intentionally. We're not Disney, but we actually have the European promenade. So, the vendors on that street are all European vendors. So you'll have like your Greek food, you'll have your Italian food, you'll have your strudel on that street, you'll have all your European vendors. You've got your Latin corridor, so that's where you're gonna grab your, your Mexican food or whatever, and then you've got your American comfort zone. So all your different quadrants of the world are gonna be they're kind of sectioned off by what kind of foods they are. So it's to celebrate the nationalities. Hopefully that will grow over the years as we get different types of vendors. And then my goal is over the years also to maybe associate the stages with the similar types of music that align with what the foods are there. So you can experience the cultures all at the same time, the music with the food, with the art, so that you can, it's like experiencing that part of the world in one space.
Well, you mentioned these stages. Let's talk about, of course, the music. How can people experience that during the festival?
Yeah, so we have 4 stages across downtown Knoxville. So, of course, we have the Market Square stage. And then we also have the Union Avenue stage, which is just behind Embassy Suites. It is hidden a little bit in the parking lot back there, but it allows us to have a bigger stage so that we can have bigger acts there for us. And then we also have at the end of Clinch Avenue, we have right next to Gay Street a stage there, and then down at South Market near Church, we have a stage there. And so all 4 stages have performances all day Saturday, and the second half of Sunday, performances happening all day long. They are opera performances, but we also have local community bands, school orchestras, we have dance groups, we have folk groups, we have solo groups, we have jazz groups, we have all kinds of groups, because East Tennessee is a pretty incredibly talented performing arts community. There is a lot of talented people here, and we love being able to feature them on our stages. And our community gets to hear them for free. It's all free. So you get to come downtown and come hear all the music and just enjoy what East Tennessee has to offer. So.
I think this sounds like a great way to introduce people to opera as well. Mm-hmm. People who might be a little intimidated or think, I don't know if I'll understand it. I don't know if it will be for me. Mm-hmm. This is an easy way to experience it, right?
Oh, yes, 100%. I love it when people say they don't like opera, because I'm like, well, have you ever gone to one?
Yeah.
And often they say no. And I'm like, well, do you like movies? And often they say yes. And I'm like, well, do you like all movies? Do you like scary movies? And do you like rom-coms? Do you like, and oftentimes they have a favorite genre and they don't love all movies. And I say, well, then you probably won't like all operas, just like you don't like all movies. You just got to find the kind you do like. Similar to that, you got to figure out what flavor of opera you like. But this is a good way to introduce yourself to it. So you come in, you kind of say, oh, I really like this Italian opera. Or, you know what, this really new agey, new work English stuff I'm really into. It's just storytelling. And if you love storytelling, if you love watching TV, if you love reading a book, if you love watching a musical, if you love stories, there's an opera for you. You just don't know which one it is. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you're going to love them all. But you gotta at least give it a shot, And the Rossini Festival is a really great place to do that, because one of the beautiful things about opera in itself is that it's such an elevated art form that brings all of the art forms together. So you've got dance, you've got music, you've got the orchestra, you've got singing, you've got culture, you've got costumes, you've got everything in one stage. So it's so elevated at one time. What we do at Rossini Festival is we deconstruct that, and you get to experience it deconstructed. So over here you get to experience singing, but over here you get to experience the fine arts, but over here you get to experience the dance. So it's deconstructed opera is the way I view it. So if you like to experience all of that, try coming to an opera where you get to experience all at one time, and you're going to go, whoa, this is a lot. It's very, very cool. It's a lot.
Well, we've talked about what we can experience this year. Let's take a moment to do a quick look back at what we've seen in years past at the Rossini Festival.
Whatever will I do this weekend in Knoxville?
Rossini Rossini Festival starts on Saturday.
Started by then conductor of Knoxville's opera company, Francis Griffeo, and named after an annual event held in Pesaro, Italy, Knoxville's Rossini Festival began in 2002 to raise funds for the KOC and bring a bit of Italian flair to the city.
Classical music fans know Rossini. Most people who aren't classical music fans have never heard of him. But if you've heard the theme song to The Lone Ranger, you have heard Rossini's music. That was the overture to one of his operas, William Tell.
Between 5,000 and 6,000 people flocked to Gay Street that first year, and by 2005, that crowd had grown to 10 times that size.
There's plenty of vendors out here, lots of arts and crafts. It's just a great fun time. Some wine tasting, some music.
But the focus has always been the music.
I think the variety of the performances, we have everything from opera, of course, to children's choruses and jazz bands and gospel choirs and community orchestras, and there's something for everyone.
After 2013's event, there were talks of moving the festival off Gay Street, but a mayoral decree ensured it would stay downtown for as long as the show lasts.
As a designated legacy event, Rossini will remain right here where it began, in the heart of downtown.
During its tenure, the Rossini Festival has had well more than 500,000 people experience Knoxville's own little slice of Italy and opera.
We're here to tell stories and connect people through the power of music, and that's what's happening today.
Well, before we let you go, let's talk about the details and the logistics. What do people need to know ahead of this weekend?
Yeah, so it's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be super warm, super crowded, so make sure you get there early. Parking is always a fun one, but there is great parking options. State Street is always a good choice. We always tell people to go there. It's closer than you think. You can park there and just cross Gay Street, and you're pretty much on the footprint right there. That's usually your best bet, but then sometimes you can find good street parking.
Yeah.
We also want to encourage you, the festival itself is free, but all of our vendors are selling their products, so we encourage you to support local vendors by coming and supporting them, buying their products, buying their food, and encouraging local business. And then we also have fun activities that we provide for you all. So Journey Around the World is a really great one. Come and experience a free scavenger hunt. It's really great for kids. It's really great opportunity to learn about local businesses and opera and music. And there's a prize at the end, and if you win, there's a prize at the end where you can win free tickets to the opera.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to learn more about everything that we offer, come to knoxvilleopera.org / Rossini Festival. We have all the information there. The festival starts at 10 a.m. on Saturday and runs till 10 p.m. that night. And then on Sunday, it starts at noon and it will end at 7 p.m. So we should have a great time.
Absolutely. A fun weekend ahead. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate that, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks for having me.
Well, also this weekend, IAMS Nature Center is hosting an event that's for the birds, literally, and it's one of 2 events happening this weekend. There's always something going on at IAMS Nature Center, but on Sunday, April 19th, it will be full of fun starting bright and early at 8:30 in the morning with bird banding. Tickets are $5, and everyone should complete an assumption of risk form. You can visit IAMS Nature Center for more information. On that same Sunday, IAMS will host its 11th annual Mayapple Marketplace. Local nurseries, crafters, food trucks, and coffee carts will line up at the Nature Center from 10 in the morning until 3 that afternoon. There is no admission fee, but don't forget, there is a fee to park, and you can visit iams.org for all event information. Another great place to get out and enjoy nature this weekend is at the UT Arboretum. There's a big spring plant sale happening this weekend, and here to talk more about this is Michelle Campanis with the UT Arboretum. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. This is one of our biggest events of the year. It's our biggest fundraiser for the University of Tennessee Arboretum, and we have 4 different vendors all in one place, so easy shopping.
And I think we want to talk about this. People might think we're talking about the UT Gardens on campus. There's a difference. Let's talk about the difference between these and where you actually are.
We are both part of the Institute of Agriculture, but the UT Gardens is on campus. We are out in Oak Ridge. We are part of the Forest Research Institute, so we are just off Pellissippi Parkway in Oak Ridge.
And let's talk about the land and what you can see and do there on a normal day before we get into the plant sale.
Oh, thank you. I always tell people when they come to visit the Arboretum, welcome to my office, that I have 260 acres of trees as my office. That's the part that's open to the public. We have 8 miles of hiking trails. So we are so close to the city. So if you have, you want to take your family out for a hike, get out in nature, you don't have to go all the way to the Smokies or to the Big South Fork, which I love. You can come right to Oak Ridge, to the Arboretum. We have a nature book trail that has a nature book on it. So if you have children, you can hike and read a book. We have a rain garden, and we have a new pollinator garden that's just coming up. So lots of things for people to do, but our main focus is trees.
And then, of course, we want to focus on the plant sale coming up this Friday and Saturday. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, we have a wonderful opportunity. We've been having these plant sales for almost 40 years. They're put on by our volunteer organization. And Friday night, it will be 4 to 7 p.m. On site there at the Arboretum. We'll have signs to direct you up when you get there, up to the program shelter. And that is our members' night on Friday. But you can join on site if you are not a member, and that gives you early shopping, 4 to 7 p.m. Saturday, we're from 8 a.m. until noon, and that's public shopping day. So if you're not a member, you can come then.
And what can you find at the plant sale?
We have 4 different vendors. We have Riverdale Nursery, that is a wholesaler that has really some unusual plants, vegetable starts, berries, small trees and shrubs. We have East Fork of Sevierville. Vivian Abney is the premier grower of native azaleas in the United States. She'll be there. Tennessee Naturescapes is an all-native plant nursery, which, as we know, all flowers are not created equal. Mm-hmm. So these native plants have what our wildlife needs. They will be there with perennials, small shrubs, small trees. And then we've got La Fauve Nursery from Knoxville, which specializes in hybrid chestnuts.
And for people who maybe don't have a green thumb and they go, can there be some advice from folks who are there? And you say, I think this is so pretty. Will this work for me?
Well, that's the wonderful thing about our plant sale. We have our UT Arboretum Society members there. We also have a lot of volunteers from our Anderson County Master Gardeners, and they are fabulous with all the questions.
Going back to the Arboretum, this is a fundraiser, obviously. Why is it so important to have funds?
Because our Arboretum, we do have, our budget, but the Volunteer Society is one of our biggest supporters with putting on education programs, funding maintenance of our trails, and a lot of new events that we're giving. We do Tai Chi there. In the trees, we have art programs. So this enables us to really give our public options. We're just an amazing resource. All of our program is aimed to be free. We have a lot of programs so that we want to keep it that way, and this fundraiser helps us do that.
And you mentioned this is a research facility, essentially, outdoors. What kind of research happens there, and what has been important to come out of the research that's been done there?
Well, we are part of the Institute of Agriculture. I have to practice saying the formal name is the Forest Resources Ag Research and Education Center. And we have done all kinds of research for not just agriculture. We have people from other disciplines on campus, but one of the things that I really love that we've helped with is dogwood research. There's been a lot of dogwood research done there, and we've had the issues with dogwood borers and dogwood diseases, and so this research that the University of Tennessee has done has really helped save and protect our dogwoods, which is one of our premier flowering trees. I had a lady visiting from New Jersey last week at the Arboretum. She's like, I've never seen so many dogwoods in bloom. So we're thrilled to be able to be a part of that.
And I love that this sort of is very full circle with this plant sale, because the members of the public can come, they can buy a plant, and what they're doing is they're being able to take something home nice with them, but also support this facility that sort of helps everyone in this area and beyond.
it's a wonderful opportunity. We're a wonderful resource, and when you come, we love to have people come because a lot of people don't realize that we're there. We were able to stay open during our trails, and a lot more people learned about us. But we're a wonderful resource for the community, and so when some of these people come to the plant sale, they're like, "Oh, I want to come back here. I want to hike here. I want to see what else is going on." So I really love that part of it too. It's one of my favorite events of the year that we do.
And speaking of, you mentioned there's also a hike this weekend?
There is. We have our third Saturday hike. We offer these every month, usually on the third Saturday, led by our Arboretum Society volunteers. You don't need to sign up. You just come at 9 a.m. To the visitor center at the Arboretum, and one of our volunteers will meet you. It's usually 1.5 to 2 miles. We aim to make it really so that everyone can enjoy it, be an introduction to the Arboretum. We always say, please bring your water, bring your friend, but we ask that you leave your pets at home. We do not allow pets at the Arboretum because we are a research facility, and so I really hope people understand that.
And is there anything else people should know ahead of these events this weekend, and where can they go to find more information?
They can find more at our website, which is utarboretum.tennessee.edu. My contact information is on there if people have questions, and all of our other events that we have on Zoom and throughout the year will be on there too.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great weekend, not only because of the events, but you're going to have weather to cooperate as well.
It's fabulous, isn't it? And we found that in spite of the weather, people love being at the Arboretum. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for coming, Michelle. We appreciate it.
Hope you'll come and add some wonderful pollinator plants to your landscape.
Yes, and thank you for wearing the butterflies, by the way.
Yes, I said I wanted people to remember that our plants, they're for our enjoyment, but they also provide habitat for our insects, which are bird food, and butterflies. So.
Well, thank you so much for that reminder as well. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Also this weekend in Oak Ridge, by the way, there will be a lot of sourpusses hanging around for a special event, so you don't want to dilly-dally. You want to get there. On Saturday, get ready to have the brine of your life at the upcoming Pickle Festival in Oak Ridge. That event kicks off at 1 at the Greens at Oak Ridge by Atomic City Brewery on Tuskegee Drive, and it runs until 6 p.m. It is a really big deal. The event will include pickle-themed vendors, a dog costume contest for pups that relish the attention, and a pickle toss. It is free to attend, and no sour attitudes here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next week, we will talk about all of the fun events coming up in the spring and summer in Blount County. Also, we'll talk about the Dogwood Arts Festival, the last big event for Dogwood Arts this April. And then we'll look ahead to the famous sheep shearing days at the Museum of Appalachia. And don't forget, you can always catch more community events every weekday at 4 on 10 About Town. Stay with us, more streaming after this.